Hi everybody, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Ellie. I'm a 27-year-old fiber artist living in Portland, Oregon, and it's been a while. I got very busy with summer activities and haven't been knitting that much, but thought it was time for a check-in since my last knitting vlog was in like February. So I figured I would go through all that I've made since February. And I have a couple of other videos planned where maybe I'll go through my whips and my stash, and so if you see me batch recording those, I'm wearing the same outfit for all of them, mind your business. In this video, I am just going to go through the things that I made recently. By recently, I mean like within the last 6 months. Spoiler alert, it's mostly socks. So if you watched my Make 9 video, you know that one of my goals for this year was to make a pair of colorwork socks every month. And from my Make 9 video, that is the only thing that I've actually managed to make and been consistent on. So these are my February socks. They look awful because I have just been throwing them in the wash. So these are the I Heart Socks pattern by Stone Knits. These were my first attempt of the year at making a Stone Knit sock pattern. And my tension is pretty wonky, as well as this, I made a size that was too small for me, I think. I have really high arches, and so it can be hard for me to get socks on. And so while I think that I like the pattern and I like Stone Knit's sock construction, this was just still me figuring out how to get it to fit my feet. I ordered this wool online, so I didn't actually see the colors in person, and I wish that I had chosen a lighter pink so that the hearts could pop a bit more. Wow, my tension is really funky. Yes, sock tension is really hard for me. You'll see as I go on that I get a little bit better, but not. I also don't block my socks because I feel like they block on my feet, so the tension just looks wonky, but they look a little bit better when I'm wearing them. This top, I started in February and finished in March. I think I may have mentioned it in one of my other videos, but I don't know if I actually showed it off. This is the outline tee by Jessie Maed Designs, and I adore this top. I wear it all the time. I made this in Sunsets of Brooklyn by Wandering Flock. It is so soft, it's so light, even though it's 100% wool. I'm showing it inside out. Even though it's wool, I think it's still pretty, it's like loose enough and breezy enough that I can still get away with it on like not crazy hot days. And it's especially good for work because it covers everything up nicely and looks pretty professional, and my office is cold. In March, I made these chili pepper socks. Again, you can see I was having some tension issues. Still trying to figure out my size. For one sock, I actually knit it in size 2, and then in the other sock, I knit size 3. You can see that when I have it on, the tension issues are not as bad. I loved this pattern. I love these little chili pepper socks. The problem is I can't get one of them on my feet. I can, but it's a struggle. The other one fits great. So this was kind of where I learned what size I need to be making moving forward, and started to fix my tension issues a bit. Again, they look a little rough because they've been through the wash a couple times at this point, but we were getting there on these ones. I also, if I could go back and do these again, I would make the heels and the ribbing at the top red to match the toes. Moving on to April, the only thing I made besides socks in April is a baby blanket, which I crocheted in like 2 days. Didn't follow a pattern, just a basic granny square baby blanket in chunky yarn. I'll put a picture of it here. I don't even have very good pictures because again, I made it in like 2 days and I gave it to my friend. But yes, I don't remember what yarn this is. I just had it in stash. It's like a blanket yarn. And it worked up super quick and she liked it. So that's all that matters. Okay, so my socks in April were these duck socks. And these, they're goose socks. They're You Silly Goose socks by Stone Knits. And I'm obsessed with these. I really love how these came out. I had the forethought to think to match the heel and toe with the ribbing. I think the geese are just the cutest things. I really love this teal color. I think it pops so nicely with the orange, and yeah, I'm just obsessed. And this is finally where I figured out what size I need to make. And I think what I end up doing is doing the ribbing in size 1 and then increasing to size 3 for the rest of the sock, and that works really well for me. I don't know why I need to do that. If I do the ribbing in size 3, it's like huge and gaping on my ankle, but if I do the whole sock in size 1 or 2, it's too tight to get over my heel. And so this is just what I found works for me. And so far all of these socks have been done in the Friends sock wool, except for that one, which was all of the color work was done in Friends sock wool, and the base was done in Hobby Unicorn Solid. For my May socks, I made the Lucky Sunflower socks, again by Stone Knits, and once again I had issues with the contrast with the color I ordered versus like what it looked like online versus what it actually looked like here. So the yellow I chose for the sunflower I really like, but I wish I had chosen a different color for the sock itself because it is really hard to see the sunflower motif. I do like the beige sock, but again, didn't really work with the sunflower color. This is, I think, the longest like leg part of the sock that I've done so far. All of my other socks have been like pretty short. I really liked doing just the color work on the leg and then having I can't remember what kind of heel this was. It's a gusset heel, but it's like a broken rib gusset heel or something, or fisherman's rib. And I really like this heel construction. I really prefer this to the all over colorwork socks where you have to do a short row heel. I don't like short row heels. The other thing I made in May, and I made this so quickly I actually forgot to put it on Ravelry, is my Sophie hood. This worked up so quickly. I started working on this project while I was traveling to Michigan for a wedding, and the pattern is so repetitive that it was so easy to do without I say repetitive is a good thing. The pattern was easy enough that I didn't have to look at the pattern the entire time I was working on. I could kind of memorize it, but it was very potato chippy, and that I wanted to get to the next decrease or increase. And so it worked up so quickly. And I love how it fits. I didn't know if I would love it as much. I didn't think I would like it that much. I just kind of made it to make it, and no, I'm obsessed with it. I can't wait for it to get cooler so I can wear this all the time, keep my ears warm, keep my little neck warm. I think it's so versatile. You can wear it so many different ways. The hype is real. Last finished object that I wanted to show you was my Flamboyant Flamingo socks by Stone Knits. And these are my favorite socks I've ever knit. This is the same teal color that I used for my Goose socks because I really love this teal color. I actually think I might end up making a sweater out of it at some point because I really love this color. The pink I chose for the Flamingos pops so well against it. I was really worried that it wasn't going to contrast well enough, but it looks great. The detailing on the Flamingos is duplicate stitched afterwards. And what you'll notice is that I actually didn't have any fingering black yarn. So I just used acrylic worsted weight yarn, which makes them look really silly. But I think from far away, it actually works really well. I didn't make any notes about what size I made. I think I did the same thing where I did the ribbing in size 1 or 2 and then increased to size 3. And these fit great. Again, these have a gusset heel, and I love a gusset heel, so that's another reason why I think these fit so much nicer. And I'm halfway through my year of socks. So I definitely am improving in my sock making. My tension is getting better. I know what size to make now. and I understand a little bit more about, you know, sock construction and choosing what fits well for my feet. The very last thing I made is this little bear hat. My friend is pregnant, and so I have started making a lot of baby things for her. This is a different friend that I gave the baby blanket to. People be having kids. And so I will talk a little bit more about some of the other things that I am making for her in my next video. Hopefully she's not watching this because I don't want to spoil her. But this I just kind of knit up, or I crocheted up in an afternoon, again using that same yarn I used for that baby blanket that I just had in stash, and I think it's so cute. That's it for me in this video. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry for the long delay in between videos, but hopefully now that things have calmed down at work and I'm getting a little bit more back into knitting in my free time, hopefully I will have a little bit more of a regular upload schedule and you will be hearing from me again. So if you enjoyed this video and want to catch more that I made, please feel free to like, subscribe, maybe even leave a comment. That would be awesome. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye guys.